Mark, what do you got? What are you typically looking at next?
Well, I made some notes from what Nick was saying. So if you're a real estate investor, terms like cats and dogs are not good. Okay. And I like the fact that as long as your Google Ads person means well, it's okay. if things aren't tracking. I was going to bring up how we audit our own accounts sometimes, because every account is auditable, but it's literally the difference. Like if I audited Nick's accounts or he audited mine, we would be expert on expert making improvements. What lots of times it's like, when we go into audit an account, it's like, I just built my house with Legos. How's it look to you, Mr. Architect? It looks like a toy. It looks terrible. You guys, this is front to back the worst thing I've ever seen. And then that happens over and over again. I don't have to audit accounts necessarily. I need 3 minutes. Like I think, Ed, you said you just asked for a couple of stats. I need like 3 minutes to look at an account, but the audit gives you credibility. So, we provide a written audit, and then we look at, as Dustin mentioned, the first thing is conversion tracking. I jump in there to a campaign and look, and if they've got 103% conversion rate, that's usually a sign that something's not right.
Yep.
Or even if they have a decent conversion rate, then I go in to look at segments and see what they're tracking as a conversion action. And then that's where you'll see like web page visit. Okay, well, that's again not a real thing, because a conversion in our mind, there's exceptions to this. If you're doing top of the funnel or middle of the funnel, or you're trying to get people into a course, or you're selling a long-term sales product and you want to get a white paper, but typically it's a phone call or a form fill or a purchase. Those are the only things that really matter. Whether someone visited your about page or not is typically not going to lead to something of significance. And that's a problem if you're using any automation that's optimizing based on conversions, because you're taking a mistake and then compounding that mistake. The other things that we look at typically are just going to some of the basic settings like locations. Who are you targeting and how are you targeting them? What bid methodology are you using? And if you're using manual, the other thing too is we still every once in a while see someone who's running display, the search and display. You can run display.
We just had a client today turn it on because Google recommended it, and we hadn't been in there fast enough to turn off the recommendation. So display ran and burned through a bunch of budget, and I had to email them saying, please don't turn that on. It's not.
Please don't ever do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing is we'll go in and we'll look at is auto apply suggestions turned on and let them know that's a bad thing. And then Nick, you pointed out the huge issue is search terms. Are they running a bunch of broad match? I mean, broad match does serve a purpose sometimes, and there's specific industries or reasons to use it, but it's kind of like doing a controlled burn. There's a reason to use fire sometimes to clear a field, but you don't just use fire left and right, because that's what broad match is. It's going to burn through your, just burn right through your budget, whatever.
I like that. I like that analogy, man. That's your best analogy that I've heard from you. I like that. Control burn.
I'm going to work on that until next week. New analogies for you.
I like it.
So yeah, we look at all those settings and things like that. But like I said, you can jump into an account and you look at, are they running a smart campaign? Okay, I can't really audit. Are they running search? And if they are they running a bunch of broad match? If you go in and it's campaign 1, ad group 1, you don't have to do anymore. So there's a difference between auditing like a real campaign, and mostly what we're trying to do is nicely point out how totally wrong every single thing is in your campaign.